Palmer Report tweets, breaking, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals just struck down Judge Eileen Cannon's entire special master ruling. Huge win for the DOJ, huge loss for Donald Trump. This was the biggest remaining hurdle to indicting Trump. Now we're getting to the fun part. Trump for prison.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be a very... treason's greetings there. Hi, Glenn. You said justice is coming this morning. It's a sunrise of justice.
And that was almost premature jingle there. That kind of hurt.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think things are looking up. Objectively, things are looking up with the 11th Circuit, with Trump's, former high White House lawyers being ordered back into the grand jury to tell the whole truth about Trump, and on and on. The hits just kept coming for Trump this week.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Well, I mean, and as you were saying back when this happened, this was just so improper in the first place. They obviously went judge shopping for Judge Cannon. What she did was completely improper. But I think, as you told us at the time, it just caused the delay that he was hoping for. But that's over now, right?
It is over. And, it's a really important opinion. I would urge everybody to read at least pages 20 and 21, 3 paragraphs, because as I said on Lawrence O'Donnell's show last night, that is about as close as you get to a rule of law poetry. It was so good. And let me say, I was on the panel with my friends Joyce Vance and Barb McQuaid, so I kind of dragged down the IQ of the panel.
You did
but
not.
I have to quote what my friend Joyce Vance said. She said that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals opinion was so scorched earth that basically they bench slapped Judge Cannon.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect way to put it. And what the opinion said, Steph, is that, listen, if the FBI and the DOJ lawfully obtain a search warrant, lawfully conduct a search, and lawfully seize evidence of crime from Donald Trump's home, a federal judge has no right to interfere in that investigation. That is some scorched earth language, because what the court announced is that Judge Cannon interfered with a federal investigation that has national security implications. I think she's in trouble. I think she's going to have ethics complaints filed against her for that.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah, Tristan Snell, our your colleague, our friend, said Trump loses bigly. 11th Circuit Court rules Judge Cannon was incorrect, eliminates her ruling, orders case be dismissed, special master gone, all restrictions on DOJ use of recovered mar-a-lago documents gone, massive DOJ win, great day for democracy and the rule of law. Chris asked you before the break, does this speed things up now for Jack Smith?
I don't know if it speeds. I don't know if it speeds things up as much as it clears the decks. There are no longer impediments or, rules that he has to go by when he's considering what evidence do I need to investigate? What evidence can I use to indict Donald Trump? All of that underbrush has been cleared away. So I think Jack Smith is full speed ahead.
Yeah. Well, this was for more than 2 months. The review had hindered the criminal inquiry, which is what, like you were saying, it's exactly what Donald Trump's done his whole life. It's what it was designed to do. Just delay.
Yeah. And here's the good news. DOJ has so much to investigate regarding Donald Trump's crimes that even if they had to set this to the side momentarily while they worked through this ridiculous order by Trump-appointed Judge Cannon, I don't think it really derailed them or slowed them down, because they had plenty to work on.
Yeah. So I think you've said to us that you feel like this might be the first case up because it's so clear and there's so many documents. But what do you think of the J6 committee as they wrap up? Are they going to make criminal referrals? Should they? Is it going to matter?
Yeah, they're really cramming for their final exam right now. They put Kellyanne Conway in the hot seat, and she testified for 5 hours. Now, whether that was facts or alternative facts, we don't know. But let me just share a data point, and then I'll go back to the overarching J6 committee thing. What I always found really intriguing is that Donald Trump first announced on August 17th, 2020, if I lose, the election will be rigged. And Kellyanne Conway, senior counselor to the President of the United States, promptly resigned. Yeah. So we know what she did. Now we need to know why she did it. Yeah. Because I have a feeling those two data points are connected. And if she testified truthfully, I think it's going to hurt Trump.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the one thing they're good at is self-protection, right? And trying to rewrite history and how they're the hero in every scenario and kept, the country from far worse that Trump might have done.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And to answer your J6 question, I heard Zoe Lofgren say, not only are we going to issue a final report, we're going to release to the public all of the transcripts. I mean,
Yeah.
more than 1,000. Wow. So, investigative journalists are going to be working overtime, but I predict all of them. Obviously, it's all also being packaged up and going over to the Department of Justice. I don't think the J6 committee can neglect to make criminal referrals. If they have the evidence of crime, they have to say, I believe. They don't have to, but they should say, here are the crimes we think are supported by the evidence we developed. DOJ, we're now referring it to you.
Well, that's the thing, Glenn. When people say, "Oh, it's political," I'm like, how is it not going to be political when a former president tries to overthrow the government of the United States or engages in espionage? Of course, it's all political, right?